Give me what you got. I'll crush you. 216-986-8903 is that number. Kimmel is still doing something from his house, and he had Sam Jackson on to read a book, a version of a book that we know only too well around here. You remember the book that somebody wrote a book called Go the F to Sleep?
Oh, yeah.
Right? And Sam Jackson read it?
The cats nestle close to their kittens. The lambs have laid down with the sheep. You're cozy and warm in your bed, my dear. Please go the f*** to sleep.
Mm-hmm. He had him read Stay the F at Home last night on his show. Sam Jackson from his living room, which I love, or whatever this room is in his house, because the back wall is all framed posters of his movies.
I love that.
Including, it'd be one thing if you took, because Sam Jackson has been in 1,000 movies. Mm-hmm. Half of them you've never heard of, right? He just likes to work. He became famous kind of later in life. And this guy, I'm not sure what he turned down, but it wasn't much. So for every mega hit this guy's ever had, he's also had a straight-to-DVD with John Cusack that you've never heard of before. And he did a movie with Gina Davis many years ago called The Long Kiss Goodnight.
Oh, yeah, I love that movie.
I like it, too. It was a bomb. She was married to the director at the time. But he's got that proudly displayed on his back wall.
That's one of his first, I feel like, leading roles.
Might have been.
Yeah.
Was his, breakout Pulp Fiction?
No. I think it was Jungle Fever or one of those earlier Spike Lee joints. I mean, he was the he robbed McDowell's in Coming to America. Yeah, you'd see him here and there, but
I think I absolutely think taking him from to household name status was Pulp Fiction.
You think so?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Because he was in those movies, but he wasn't a star. But after Pulp Fiction, everybody knew who he was.
Okay.
Because that was such an iconic movie and his hair in it was iconic. His whole role is just unforgettable.
I mean, he was in Jurassic Park. Mm-hmm. He was one of the lab guys in Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Hold on to your butts.
Yep. Yeah. So he had done a lot of... Yeah, so maybe you're right. He was in True Romance. He was in...
he had worked a lot.
Right.
But once he did Pulp Fiction, that movie was talked about
skyrocketed
nonstop.
Him.
Yeah, it took him to that next level.
He was Stax in Goodfellas.
Oh,
Remember they go over to his apartment and... Yeah. So, yeah, okay, you're right. Pulp Fiction. Because then he does Die Hard with a Vengeance. Mm-hmm. Starts doing all those huge...
And then Long Kiss Goodnight was probably right around that time, too.
Long Kiss Goodnight was 96, yep. Yeah. Time to Kill?
Time to Kill was great.
Yes, I hope they died. I hope they burn in hell!
We had watched that in after reading the book in high school.
No. Yeah. Jackie Brown?
Yes,
that was relatively early in his...
Yes, I'm glad they died.
Yes, I'm glad they died, and I hope they burn in hell! That's a great movie.
That was a great movie.
Sweaty McConaughey and Sandy Bullock?
Yeah.
Jackie Brown, that was the follow-up to Pulp Fiction, and I think my favorite movie by Quentin Tarantino
was Jackie Brown.
I love that movie.
I've never seen it.
It's so weird, and it's so great.
I think you're right. I think Jackie Brown might be my favorite Tarantino movie.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Because
it's underrated.
It's very underrated, and the performances by Samuel L. Jackson and the guy that just passed away,
Robert Forster,
who plays Max Cherry. Is it Max Cherry?
Max Cherry.
Yeah, is just he's so calm. He's so good in that movie. And then Pam Grier's great in that movie, and it's awesome.
But wasn't he? There's a little bit of incestuousness between a couple of these different movies. Like Michael Keaton was in Jackie Brown.
Yes,
right,
and
as an FBI agent.
Was also in first. What was the?
You're close.
Something Sight.
Out of Sight.
Out of Sight.
Clooney and J-Lo, right? Same character.
Yeah, same character.
But what wasn't Sam Jackson's character from Jackie Brown or Del Roby? Wasn't he in something else too? Wasn't the character in another movie?
I don't know if the character was. I think he might have been referred to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But they do that all the time in Tarantino movies.
Yeah. Sam Jackson.
The Vega brothers.
Yeah. Vince Vega.
Stay the at home. The Rona is spreading. The is no joke. It's no time to work or roam. The way you can fight it is simple, my friends. Just stay the at home. Now, technically, I'm not a doctor, but mother listen when I read a poem. So here I am, Sam Jackson, imploring you, keep your ass at home.
There you go. Words of wisdom.
He still sounds like he's yelling.
He what?
He still sounds like he's yelling.
Yeah. He's Mace Windu, for God's sake. Right?
Yeah.
Man.
Purple lightsaber.
Nick Fury.
Nick Fury?
All these. I wonder how much money this guy's made. Didn't they say that he has been in the most... Like
Marvel movies?
No.
Oh.
Like he's been in the most highest grossing films or something. Like Sam
I
Jackson.
Can see that, yeah. I mean, when you have things like Jurassic Park on your resume, and then also a couple of Marvel movies that made billions and billions of dollars, then yeah, you're going to be towards the top of that list.
The collective
and Star Wars movies.
The collective total of box office receipts for films that he has starred in is the highest of any on-screen actor.
Wow.
He's appeared in over 100 films with a worldwide box office gross of $9 billion.
$9 billion?
So Samuel L. Jackson, that's his, among others, claim to fame.
That's in Captain Marvel. They did the aging thing, and he plays a younger version of Nick Fury, and it's fantastic. I loved him in that. He was so good. So fun.
Yeah, I still haven't seen Rise of Skywalker. See in that? See Mace Windu in that?
No, because he's dead.
Spoiler alert, Bill.
He died
Oh
a long
my
time ago.
God.
He might have like a quick little thing in there.
Okay.
I can't remember.
I like how they did a sequel to Shaft 20 years later.
I want to watch that, actually.
Like the first one, Christian Bale was the bad guy. He's just like a rich douche. The first Shaft with Sam Jackson, I think was literally 20 years ago. And then they go, let's just do a sequel.
Yeah.
I'm bored.
And it had been so long, they just called it Shaft again. Not Shaft 2, not more Shaft.
But it's got Richard Roundtree
not longer
in it,
Shaft.
and it's got a younger Shaft, too. It's got Shaft the Third.
Yeah. Shaft 3. He was in Kong Skull Island, which I didn't think got as much attention as it should have.
I agree.
Brie Larson, John Goodman.
That was a fun movie.
Jumps off the roof and the other guys.
God,
Him
I
and The
love that
Rock.
movie. I love that movie so much.
Yeah, the other guy's great.
Alan, today's lerp aloof day. Have you guys ever heard of this? You guys heard of lerp aloof
No
day?
clue.
You might be a little too young for this.
I like the word, though.
It's an April Fool's thing. This is early 80s. I kind of remember this from like junior high. There was a BBC show called That's Life. And they purported to have this anthropologist who was talking about how excited he was to see the lerp aloof, which was this animal that he read about when he was a kid, and he was tracking it. And they made it really look like a legitimate documentary. He's like, you can track it because it has purple droppings. That's because it eats rhododendrons and all this stuff. I think I saw this on PBS when I was like in the 8th grade, and they aired it for April Fool's Day. It sounds like a Monty Python sketch, but it's like a thing that they were showing to people.
Whose family, attracting a great many visitors. And among the very first was scientist and naturalist David Bellamy.
This book, and there's in the book been a picture of many animals, but this lerp aloof, which I've never seen, and I've been almost to its habitat, which is very, very small area up in the Himalayas, and here I am for the first time. I've seen it, a live one here in London, marvellous.
Is there any estimate at all of the number that there are actually in the wild?
Well, no, in the Red Data book, which is, the official book, it simply says numbers unknown, but it is a small and diminishing population.
See, the beauty of this is you can give anything a British accent and it will sound more believable.
Yeah.
Even Poundcake, when you give him a British accent, he sounds more believable.
Big lips, my dear.
That's right.
And have the music behind it, of course. Big lips, my dear.
Can British Poundcake teach us about the lerp aloof?
By the way, big lips, my dear? What was that in reference to?
I don't remember.
They're talking about a fanny. And
Yeah.
Oh, right, when he was
on
born.
Your fan, it's like, it's because she has big lips, my dear.
I mean, I hesitate to ask him any questions about the lerp aloof since, other than me, you guys just now found out about
I
it.
But I
had
think
no idea
British
what a-
Poundcake knows what it is.
Oh, because it's in the DNA of his
Correct.
culture.
Yeah, I
Yes.
see.
The lerp aloof.
It's a good start.
Come on.
The lerp aloof. Okay, wait, play it one more time. Play it one more time. Because I'm thinking too much about it and it's psyching me out.
No, don't psych out.
You want the okay?
Droppings with which it seems to mark out inheritance. Now the purple seems to be some of the, coloration of those rhododendron flowers perhaps coming through. And like so many animals, if it being well fed, then the food material will go through and come out the other end almost unchanged. So we know quite a lot about what it
The
is.
rhododendron flowers, Poundcake.
The lerp aloof. The lerp aloof. I can't even say
He needs to commit.
Mm-hmm,
You need to commit. By the way, this is the music I'm going to play under all of us on Formal Friday.
absolutely.
Every
It's the whole
single
show.
syllable of this show.
I'm still gonna sit like this, legs out, dress
in your cheetah print
Tune in to the
dress.
live stream Friday.
Happy lerp aloof day,
Her
everyone.
Lerpaloof's going to be out.
Happy lerp aloof.
Huh?
Oh, I don't even know what that was.
Lerpa
Lerp
aloof.
aloof.
What does the Lerpaloof eat?
Cabbage.
He just said it. Rhododendrons.
Rhododendrons.
I don't even know what a rhododendron is.
It's a flower.
Rhododendron.
Say again.
Phrododendron.
Rhododendron. That was the flowers that grew in the Shire.
Yeah,
Bill.
yeah, yeah.
Rhododendron.
The Phrododendron.
Rhododendron, my dear.
You've never heard of a rhododendron?
I haven't either.
Huh. Named after Valerie Harper, I believe.
A lerp aloof. Happy lerp aloof day. Make sure to eat a rhododendron in its honor.
Honor was good. Honor.
Honor. That's all I got.
Okay, hey, that's fine. Listen, it's more than I thought you'd have. It's okay.
Lerp aloof.
Anybody found the coronavirus weight calculator?
No.
How much weight you're going to gain based on how long you're in quarantine?
I am I'm doing everything I can not to gain weight.
Well, because the baseline here is, they go, oh, this is how much weight you're going to gain over the 15 days that you are in quarantine. Because a lot of states said, well, we're going to take 2 weeks. It's how Ohio started. But then they go, well, no, it's going to be another 30 days. And by the end of April, I have every expectation that they may extend it further than that through May, right? How much weight will you gain working from home? Now, we don't work from home.
I do.
Poundcake does in the morning. So I'm going to work you through the quarantine calculator, okay?
Okay.
So it says, how many days do you expect to be quarantined?
30.
30? It's going to be longer than 30, isn't it?
Oh, so then 45.
45, should we say?
I'll say 45.
45 days.
Okay.
Okay. You don't want to go for 60? Because it's going to be longer than April, I bet.
Well,
Tell you what, we'll do 45 days. Do you still exercise? Still.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Okay, well, I'll mark that as a no.
I'll start.
Do you snack while you work?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
What is your snack of choice? Can you tell me, or do you want me to give you their options?
Give me the...
Pretzels, cookies, candy, veggies, nuts, popcorn, cheese, crackers, fruit, chips.
Chips. I'm a chip guy.
Drinks. Best fuel for you. Beer, wine, seltzer, water, soda.
It's coffee first, and then it's probably like a soda.
Soda. Mm-hmm. Drinks per day of that variety.
2 cups of coffee, 1 drink of soda.
So we'll say 3. Calculate weight gain. 11.6 pounds.
I already surpassed that.
You did?
Gained that in 2
You already
weeks?
gained 12 pounds?
I told you guys I gained 18 pounds.
In 2 weeks or since your lowest?
Since my lowest.
Okay, well, that's not the
Okay,
same.
well,
'cause
this
you
is
were-
quarantine weight.
Okay, well, I got more to go then.
Yeah, you're going to gain 12 more pounds.
Don't do it.
That's
Exercise.
30 pounds, by the way.
Go for
Total.
Work
walks.
out.
Just go for walks. Get your steps in.
Man, I got my Tiger King workout, kicked my butt last night. Plan on doing it again tonight.
Still doing that?
Oh, yeah.
Did you tweet it out so people can, yeah.
Twitter and Instagram at Mary Santora Comedy on Instagram, Mary_Santora on Twitter. It's very easy. You can do whatever variation you want. But the one I did, I'm doing 2 episodes at a time to make it a little bit harder because I watched the episode last night where they were going through Carol killing her husband.
Yeah.
And that was like the only thing that was said was her name. Nobody else's name was even mentioned.
bitch,
So
Carol Baskin.
pretty much, so it ended up being like 4.5 minutes of planks, 2 squats, and a push-up. So I'm like,
lot of
well,
planks.
I'll watch the other episode and make it a little bit
Just
harder.
watching
but
it on
yeah.
your elbows.
Right.
Yeah.
I saw a meme saying that Trump should make Carol Baskin his vice president because she knows how to make a virus disappear. Or she made her husband disappear. She can make a virus disappear. Like,
Nailed it. Yeah, okay. Bridget Fonda, great, and Jackie Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the last thing I saw her in. Bridget Fonda, I think, retired. She's married to Danny Elfman still. And I think she was like, I don't need to do this anymore. Bridget Fonda's largely, I don't know the last thing that she did.
How much weight are you going to gain?
I have gained precisely 0 pounds.
Do you have a scale at your house?
I do.
Shouldn't
I
everyone?
won't. I don't.
Why?
Because I'll get obsessive about it. I know that is not a healthy thing for me to have
I
in
get
my
that.
house.
Yeah.
To weigh yourself every day?
I will weigh myself 4 times a day.
Yeah,
I
I'm
really
on
would.
it more than I should be.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. Like, I do it after I eat.
And then
before-
after you pee or poop, and you go, wait, like, what did I lose?
I'm not doing that.
fun.
I'm making sure that my phone's not in my pocket.
Yes!
Yeah.
Take your hoodie off, do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm that same way.
Mike from Parma's lost 3 pounds
Good job,
since
Mike.
full-time work from home. So he works downstairs, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he worked from home. It's just having a schedule and making sure that you're not just like overdoing it.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the snacks are there, but if you have the discipline, you'll be all right. I don't think I've gained any weight.
I don't do...
I've been very active though.
You got the puppy.
Yeah. Puppy's keeping me skinny.
Much like...
Not actually skinny, but
It's keeping you from gaining weight.
keeping from gaining weight. Yeah.
keeping you even.
Mm-hmm.
Much like drinking with snacking, I have a hard time stopping.
Really?
Really. Like if I sit down and I put chips
I
in a
don't
bowl.
keep them in my house.
Me either. If I put chips in a bowl, I will finish the bowl and then go put more chips in that bowl. Or like I did that with pistachios the other night. I put like the suggested serving size of pistachios and then I ended up just dumping the rest of the bag in there. Because I'm like, oh, there's only a little half a
Yeah,
bag
but
left,
then
you know?
you could do a hell of a lot worse than pistachios.
I know, but I'm saying that's the
it's
only
not like
stuff.
chips.
That's the only stuff I will keep in my
Like
house.
Blue
Pistachios.
Doritos, man. I
Oof.
had a bag of those and killed them hard.
Well, in everyone's defense, half of those big Dorito bags are air.
Yeah.
So you're not eating a full bag of chips.
But it's still a
not
lot of
great,
chips.
yeah.
Much to
And
my chagrin.
I didn't actually eat them all in one night. Me and my girlfriend stopped, and we did that thing where you like roll them up, and it's just like that little.
That's when I just finish it because
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not putting this back. I'm
And
just
I'm
going
like,
to eat this.
Right.
But I was just done with them. Like I was at that point where like my mouth didn't feel right anymore because you ate so many Doritos.
That's when you push through and you're
No.
like, all right, 4 more handfuls. And then the bag's gone. I don't have to look at it anymore.
4 more handfuls.
I remember when Gwen she hadn't done it for a long time because she's pretty disciplined, but she would have like a bag of something. She'd be like, you want some of these? I'd be like, no. Bag of chips or something?
Mm-hmm.
She'd fill them, pour water in it.
Yeah.
Because she's like, otherwise I'll eat them. I go, well, don't ruin all. I didn't know you're going to wreck them. I would have had some. It's like, I got to pour water all over these or I'll.
Oh my gosh,
yeah.
I don't have that in me. I don't think
I
I, could
do.
do
You
that.
will.
I can't,
You're not old enough yet.
Yeah,
I can't
You
ruin
will.
a snack like.
When your metabolism slams shut like
Oh
a
my
bank
God.
vault in a
Well, it
couple of
has.
years.
If I know that before
Well,
I
then you're just going to get, you okay with getting fat?
No, I'm not saying I'm okay with being fat, but like up until recently, like I never knew what it was to go on a diet. Like I stayed the same size from probably about 8th grade to like now, really.
Till a few months ago.
Till before I went to San Diego. But yeah, that was the biggest I ever got. 180 was the biggest I've ever been.
Yeah, I haven't gained anything.
I mean, college, I think before I graduated high school, I was 135.
Heaviest I ever got, and it was maybe a couple years ago, and I don't know how I even did it. Heaviest I ever got was 192.
192.
I don't know how I did it. I must have just been
Oh yeah,
eating stuff,
so
and I
bad.
wasn't working.
350 over here. So calm your tits.
But you were legit. You were legit fat, though.
Yeah, I know.
I've never been fat a day in my life. Like
300-pound life.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god. I'm like, I can't get closer to 200 pounds.
Yeah. When I was
It's ridiculous.
my biggest was 156, which doesn't sound huge, but on 5'2" and a woman that's not
It is
small.
huge.
It's pretty big.
Don't kid yourself.
Dude, I was looking through. No, it's giant, man. I took
Don't
it.
get yourself.
I'm telling you, I look back at those pictures a lot just to keep
Yeah.
me in where
No,
I
I
need to
mean,
be.
You were a flatso.
Oof.
You got those.
No, I had big sloppers too.
Yeah, she had big sloppers.
Please.
She was only a flatso for a short period during weight loss.
Yes, at the beginning of weight
where
loss,
you're
so I lost all my boobs and
losing
none of
all
my
your
belly.
boobs and none of your belly. Yeah.
Right.
And then it evened out.
Alan, I'm sleeping in so late, I'm only eating one meal a day and maybe a snack before bed. I was 260. Now I'm 254.
There you
Dude,
go.
Well, don't eat
That's
before
real.
bed. I mean, depending on what it is, unless it's like cottage cheese or something.
Yeah, that's drinking time.
Right before bed is drinking time.
put you to sleep.
A little bit of my sleepy sauce. Right down the gullet. Alan, 92 pounds of that was just in your face. You're probably right,
Big fat face.
you son of a bitch, sir or madam.
I look back at fat pictures and I'm like, my head was huge. How did nobody tell me how big my head
I
was?
look back at a skinny picture and go, my head is gigantic. Like when I was like as skinny, like my skinniest, I had no shoulders and the biggest head.
Really?
My head is so big. Yeah.
Huh.
You look like what's a
Because
Giada?
I had like no muscles at that point.
Her giant head and tiny body drive me nuts.
Giada De Laurentiis?
Yeah.
She has a big head?
Compared to the rest of her body, she looks like a real life bobblehead.
Oh, okay. I guess I haven't paid that close attention to her. I thought she had big features, like big eyes and...
Well, okay, so her cooking show was always on in the mornings while I was opening the bar. So we would have like...
oh, yeah, she looks
Food
like a
Network.
Bratz doll.
Yeah, she's got this big giant head and very, very slight frame. And I was
Yeah.
like, kind of weird looking body, man.
Huh. Yeah, but she's got like a big, wide, cartoony smile,
Yeah.
too.
Maybe that's what it was.
Now, whatever.
So everybody don't get fat, get skinny.
Or
Yeah,
get fat.
it
Get
would-
fat.
Get fat, do whatever you want.
Do whatever you want, but it would be great if when we were all released from our respective pens...
Everyone was hot.
We're all like, pow, 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 pow. Because I told Gwen, I go, well, now, this Jamaica wedding that we were getting prepped for back in the fall and the winter has been pushed until January.
You got time.
Well, we got time, but you also you want to make the most of that time, too. You don't want to be like, oh, we got plenty of time, because that's when you get screwed. And then a month away, you're drinking cabbage soup 24/7.
That was so
No good.
me. Before, I was such a crash dieter before, where I would have an event and it'd be like, okay, a friend's wedding is 2 months away. If I start now, I can get where I want to be. It'd be 3 weeks before, and I'd be drinking cayenne pepper water and
Yeah.
lemon juice, passing out. It's like, I gotta lose 4 pounds.
All those voodoo
Oh, my
cures.
God.
Well, and they work, but it's
You
not...
put it right back on. It doesn't
You can't
matter.
maintain it.
No.
Alan, it's my birthday.
Happy birthday!
You did it.
Adam is 38. Happy birthday, Adam. Many, many more. I feel bad for people who are having birthdays during this.
Yeah, my sister.
Texted a friend of mine this morning. He's like, hey, happy birthday. Hope you're staying safe. Like, what else are you going to say?
Right.
Hey, have a great time.
Yeah, my cousin's is on the 5th.
Yeah, my father-in-law's is on Easter. I mean, he's coming out of quadruple bypass surgery, too, so everything's gravy for him.
Yeah.
But...
Yeah, look at my big head in that picture with the library girl.
Let me
Yeah,
see.
but that's... Well, okay.
You are just
He was
so
very thin. Yeah, very
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I'm
you-
saying. Like, I'm very thin.
What's blowing my mind is that your bones were that slight.
Yeah, like I'm...
You look so much broader.
Right, well, because I have muscles now.
Yeah.
But, like, after this point, like, I had...
Because you couldn't
I would
work out
just-
or anything, right?
Yeah, I wasn't working
Yeah.
out. I was just eating very, very little. And so I lost a ton of weight and just was, like, real slight.
That seems unhealthy.
There you go.
Alan, I weigh 214 now, but at my slimmest, I was 9 pounds, 13 ounces. See, that's because when you're born... Yeah. See, I was 13 pounds. So that was my
7-Eleven.
slimmest. 7-Eleven.
That's why I'm so lucky.
Wow.
Or why I could end up working in a convenience store one day. We
And
don't know.
also why you're fluent in Urdu.
Yes.
Congratulations. All right, I've got a break. You want to get the last word in, send me a text, 35192. Next chance for you to text and win $1,000 is coming up at 6:30.
The Alan Cox Show on 100.7